and open up the highway as quickly as possible, because after all, it is a campaign and he does not want to frustrate all the motorists in our area. The two areas that he could be taking, obviously, would be 95 and the Turnpike. We should be finding out in just a couple of minutes of which areas will be shutting down.
What a beautiful shot of Air Force One. Well, switching gears tonight to the Treasure Coast, a suspended commissioner removed from office by the governor tonight is petitioning for his seat back after some new developments in his criminal case. We are covering the Treasure Coast in St. Lucie County tonight. CBS 12's Jana Eschbach is live in Fort Pierce with the latest details on the case. Jana?
Well, they were hoping for some swift action, Liz, to get suspended Commissioner Chris Sadowski back and reinstated into his county commission seat prior to today's property tax budget meeting. But the governor did not make that call fast enough. In fact, it was Sadowski, the head of the St. Lucie County Commission, arrested back in April. This video as he bonds out, and we caught up with him at the St. Lucie County jail where he was booked for grand theft. Fort Pierce police said he stole a pool heater from his ex-fiance's estate. The suspended commissioner denies any theft, and today that charge was lowered by the state attorney's office from a felony to a misdemeanor. It was only days after the arrest the governor suspended Sadowski from office for the felony charge. Sadowski is now petitioning the governor to get his seat reinstated as the chairman of the county commission since the felony charge has been thrown out. Sadowski's attorney issued this statement today. I expect the governor to act just as promptly in lifting the suspension as he did in imposing it. Commissioner Sadowski is eager to get back to his job doing the people's work. The first meeting he could chair if the suspension is lifted is the next county commission meeting here on August 9th. Now, we spoke on the phone today with the commissioner. He says that he's really not at liberty to talk about this case as it's still a misdemeanor charge in the criminal justice system. He has maintained his innocence the entire time and says in the end he will talk about how he did absolutely nothing wrong, he says. For now, we're live in Fort Pierce. Jana Eschbach, CBS 12 News.
All right, keep us posted on that one. Thank you, Jana.
And still to come on CBS 12 News at 6, we continue our live team coverage of the presidential visit. The president has just left PBIA. This picture's frozen, obviously, but he's now in his motorcade making his way over to Century Village. We're expecting him to get there in just a matter of minutes. Our live team coverage will continue next.
John Matthews in the Weather Center. We've got a tropical wave I want to show you that's going to affect our weather as we head toward the weekend. And also, it's pretty hot outside right now. We'll take a closer look at the temperatures and your weekend forecast next.
About 15 minutes ago, President Obama landed in West Palm Beach, and he's going to be enjoying some pretty good weather this evening.
He sure is, Eric. I've got a secret note for Eric. He loves my job, wants to be the weatherman. Tell us, what is the weather right now in Washington, D.C.?
Ooh, near my parents, 94 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hey. It's cooler here than it is there.
You have an ocean breeze.
I certainly do see that. I see the breeze in the trees right now as we look towards Singer Island. Yes, you guys, I just checked that. And so we have 87. It's 94 degrees in D.C. They get hotter than we do in the summertime sometimes. And that's what's a pretty good example right now. We do feel like we're at 94 degrees, but the real temperature is 87. Here's our story. There's no rain on the live CBS 12 storm track radar in our area. We did see some thunderstorms up in the Jacksonville, Daytona area, and that delayed the president's return here by about 20 minutes or 30 minutes while they'd wait for that storm to move by. Our temperatures are pretty much across the board, right there in the upper 80s to about 90 degrees in some areas, like Green Acres right there, but everywhere else looking pretty good. But on the hot side right now with a light breeze off the Atlantic Ocean, and we're staying rain-free as we go through the evening. It should be a real nice night for everybody. It is warm outside, but it's not raining for a change. Kind of unusual, isn't it? And as we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast through tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., might have some patchy fog in inland areas, and we'll pick up some inland showers or an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow, but we're still staying on the dry side as we head into the weekend. But not for the entire weekend, because we have a tropical wave I'll show you in a second that is going to impact us with an increased chance of showers around a little bit on Sunday. Here's the way we look right now. All the main rain to the north. There's that cell right there that moved through Daytona, Volusia County there and around Jacksonville. And once that moved by, they could fly that jet right down safely and bring our president president to us. And so all is well for everybody here in Southeast Florida as we stay on the dry side. Water vapor shows really dry air. Hazy, remember there's that Saharan dust layer over our area, but not a big problem. That's very normal this time of the year. Here's Florida, here are the Bahamas, here's Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, and here is a tropical wave. But let's give you a better view of that, and you can see how that looks on the satellite picture. Now, it's not very impressive. It's not winding up, tightening up. It's not showing any rotation. It's just a tropical wave, which just means it bumps up our rain chances a little bit on Sunday, and not enough to spoil the day, about 40%. Got a tropical wave that's moving west-northwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour right now. So for our boaters and beach goers, we've got great goers. If you're going to the beach, our waves about 1 to 2 feet, and we've got the low tide 11 in the morning. So mainly clear skies, stray showers, 75 to 80 degrees, and then for tomorrow, we're back into the sunshine for your Friday. Hazy sun continues. It'll still feel real warm, 100 to 105 degrees, and a couple of spotty inland storms around, but no big deal. And here's the story: only a 20% chance of rain tomorrow and Saturday. It bounces up to about 40% later on Sunday and Monday with that tropical wave, which is just more clouds and a little bit of moisture around, but still a nice weekend ahead for everybody, and hot temperatures right in the low 90s. There's your forecast.
All right, thank you, John. Live coverage of the presidential visit continues. We're bringing you live pictures now at West Palm Beach at Century Village, where the president, we are now learning, will be speaking right at 7 o'clock. He should be arriving in Century Village in the next 5 to 10 minutes. More live team coverage coming up next.
Our coverage of the presidential visit continues now. Everyone at Century Village in West Palm Beach is standing by waiting for the president to arrive. He should be there in just a few minutes and should be speaking about 7 o'clock. And of course, we're going to bring that to you live on CBS 12 News at 7. It's about a 20-minute drive we're expecting for the president to arrive at Century Village. And from what we understand, traffic is running smoothly. Yeah, let's take a live look at Okeechobee and the Turnpike. This is right near where Century Village is. And so far, no major traffic problems that we are hearing about. Of course, around the motorcade, though, there will be those rolling closures of the roads near the president to keep him safe. They try and make those as painless as possible and try and reopen the roads as quickly as possible. We're not seeing any major problems with traffic tonight. And of course, our local police departments and troopers have been and we're just being told by our producer that the motorcade has just arrived at Century Village. Again, his speech is expected to happen at 7 o'clock tonight on the dot. We're going to be streaming that speech live on CBS12.com. And of course, check back in with us on our TV channel at CBS 12 at 7 o'clock. We'll be doing more live team coverage. We'll see you at 7.